Hey guys, it's Bronson. Today I'm going to show you a nice chill video of me opening up something I bought from someone. So this is a collection I bought. It is 1,000 cards of Welcome to Rathe, the alpha printing. Uh, yeah, just want to have a nice chill video. It's going to be a little long, just to let you know, but yeah, I'm going to open this up. So I purchased this off eBay for $50, and I was told there'd be 1,000 cards, and I think about 100 of them are going to be rare. So the price on this was all right. I mean, it wasn't the best, but I think that being the alpha printing, there aren't too many of these listed, so it was a good buy in my opinion. It's about 5 cents per card, which is all right. Of course, opening the actual booster box and getting the nice cold foils and all that stuff would have been nice, but man, have you seen the prices on those boxes? they've they've really gone up in price. So yeah, this is what we're left with. But a really cool collection. I'm really happy I got it. Um, I would really recommend this to anyone who's starting out a collection because you can just get a ton of cards. I think it worked out to be like 2 or 3 booster box of cards for $50, and I mean, there's no way you can get a Welcome to Wrath booster box for anywhere close to that. As an investment product, I don't really think that this is investable commons from the alpha printing of Flesh and Blood. But hey, you never know. And honestly, I just got this because I don't know, I just like the cards and I wanted to get some more. So the wrapping was done pretty well. See some tape action here. Box is pretty sturdy. Let's see what we got. Oh my gosh. Uh, it's like this like peanut butter and jelly wrapping here. Very interesting. So we've got what seems to be 2 Ziploc bags. Huh. There's the 1,000 cards. Don't need this anymore. Okay, let's put this one to the side and open this. Oh my gosh, this brings back memories. I don't know about you guys, but my parents would always pack peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and the jelly would just be so soaked by the time I got it that it was soaked through the bottom of the bread, and man, I hated that. But in retrospect, it's mighty kind of them to actually give a shit and make me lunch. So let's see. I'm gonna sort these by different classes, I think, and then the generic. So this is a brute action. Got this stuff. Looks like these are the commons. Got brute here. Put it in the screen. This is guardian. This is brute. The condition of these cards is very nice too. Look at that. Oh, you know what I didn't notice? Wow. I've never noticed this before. I don't know if it's picking up right, but do you see that curling on the edge? Wow. I don't know if any of you play Magic the Gathering, probably a good amount, but you'll notice that I think alpha and beta printing have that curl. That's very interesting. Learn something new every day. More brute stuff. I just love the artwork on these cards. A lot of pack hunts. Look at this. If I am making a brute deck, I am going to be set. Oh, maybe he sorted them for me. What a nice guy. Yeah, I mean, the jury's still out too on the collectability of these things. I mean, my issue is that the common cards, the print run on them just has to be insanely large. So at this point in time, I don't think that these cards are going to be worth too much. I think it will be harder to find them in the coming days and months of this game with all the press, but I think it's definitely not going to be something that you park your money into and expecting you get anything in return. I think what's going to happen is that they're not going to do anything for 10 years, 15 years. Flesh and Blood is just going to make flashier and better things. That people won't really care about these cards as much because they think that there are so many out there. And there are, but what will happen is over time, attrition will reduce the amount of cards available and make these more rare, and then the value will increase. That's just my prediction. Will that happen? I could be completely wrong. Who knows? Oh, cool. Generic actions. Let's put these suckers down here. So currently Brute's winning. I really hope I can get some Ninja or Guardian cards. That would be really helpful. I like those types of decks. But generics are all good. And if you think about it, generics are probably going to be worth a little bit more because they can be used in any deck. Those cold foils, though, those will probably be very hot in the next year or two. I'm definitely looking on getting my hands on some of those suckers, especially after the unlimited version comes out of Flesh and Blood. Welcome to Rathe. I think it's going to really devalue a lot of these cards because, especially the commons, like Demolition Crew. Uh, Whatever the print run is now for the Welcome to Rathe alpha set, can you imagine how many of these are going to exist in the unlimited version? And will people really care that on the bottom it says like a different like symbol for the rarity of the cards? I don't think so. People are not going to pay like $2, $3 for the first print run. They're just going to pay 5 cents for the one that was, manufactured a little bit later. It's no big deal. There we go. That's all the generics. On to my third baggie. I mean, I hate on this guy, but at the end of the day, these cards look like they're in great condition, you know? Like, even though this is like some like primitive way to store cards, I have to say they came good. And you know what? One thing I've really liked in life is don't do what people tell you to do. Do what works. This guy did what worked. And he said that these cards were used a little bit, but I really don't see any usage. Kept pretty good care of them. Man, there are a ton of brute cards. Yeah, the best thing about this too is when you buy a collection like this, 1,000 cards is a ton. It's a ton. And if you're just thinking about getting into Flesh and Blood and you see these incredibly high valued booster boxes and products and you're worried about it, I think this is a really good route to go because not only are you going to just enjoy the base game, but you won't have to feel pressured if like, you and your friends buy boxes and then one person pulls some insanely incredible like legendary card and then you feel like you need to go out and get one too and it's that's a vicious cycle and it makes it so you focus more on things that aren't related to the game. It's just like getting better cards to face instead of actually playing the game, holding these cards, looking through them, creating decks, discovering new cards and new strategies. I feel like Pauper or, there's there's a there's a different format in Magic the Gathering called Pauper, and that is you only use the low what is it non like rare and valuable cards. You use like the commons, and I think this would be a great thing to bring to Flesh and Blood because then everybody's on the same playing field. So if you buy a box like this, have all your commons, you can make like 10 decks out of all this stuff, and everybody chips in $10 and you have a nice game night. Oh, sweet. A lot of generics. I will take all the generics I can get. Wow, look at that. Wounding blow. Is that someone's hand getting cut off? This game is awesome. I mean, this is why I love Flesh and Blood. Like over any other card game is look at how raw that is. Like they do not hold back. They're like wounding blow. You know what's wounding? Is someone's arm getting cut off. That's what's wounding. And like this, Scar for a Scar, probably one of my favorite artwork. Oh man, the camera really doesn't pick up. Oh, there we go. But just there's blood right here, and like, there's tons of wounds, and she's just like muscling through it. I mean, it's just such good artwork. One thing I want to do out of all this is create a full set of Welcome to Rathe. Not foil, just normal. But I feel like once it's done, it's gonna look so nice. I mean, just seeing all the artwork and I feel like that's how collectors are born. They they play with these cards all the time and then one day they look like, huh, look at that volcano. That looks pretty cool. Look at that. Like, and then once they get hooked on that art, they just keep looking at other cards and other artwork, and it just, goes from there. Let's see, regurgitating slug, nimbulism. Cool. So far we've got a ton of brute cards and a good stack of generics. I'm liking this. Hopefully we can get more of the actual class cards, but we'll see. And so far I've only run into the commons, haven't gotten into those rares yet. Baggy number 4. Sigil of Solace. We got Drone of Brutality. I really like Drone of Brutality. One thing that I could definitely see with this card is exhaust decks where you try to whittle down your opponent's deck. And finally, at the end of the game, once they're exhausted, you keep using Drone of Brutality because instead of going in the graveyard, it goes into your deck. I think that's going to be a really big strategy, especially for those decks that just have like a ton of really good like defense and abilities where you can block. Definitely see that happening. Ooh, we got some ninja cards. That's good. Flustering Fist. Flick Flack. More Flustering Fist. And Flick Flack going back and forth. Ooh, Warrior's Valor. First warrior card. Sweet. Let me move this out of the way. Overpower. More Warrior's Valors. Overpower. Nice. Staunch Response. Steel Blade Shot. Savage Feast. Brute cards. So it looks like all the classes made it for the party. That's nice. Very happy with that. Now I'm getting my other bag. Ooh, look at this. Got some class cards. That's nice. We got the Guardian. Oh, nice. We got some ninja weapons. I'm liking that. Some ninja token. Guardian weapon. Young ninja. I'll move this to here. Or actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a separate pile for my weapons. Hold up. Hold up. And probably one for the tokens. And that looks like a brute weapon. And I'll put my hero cards here. There we go. Now the Guardian I think is a really cool class. What I love about him is the power in his cards is just off the charts. And like when he attacks, his ability where you can't block with more than one card is just really good, I think. Because it just makes it so you can attack the crap out of the opponent, and when they only block with one, they take a ton of damage. And not only do they take damage, but they proc his crush ability, where if they take more than 4 damage, then they have to do some sort of effect, which I think is very cool. So we got different types of equipment here. I really like this. I was worried that I wasn't going to get any equipment cards or hero cards. So that is good. Now, the person that I bought this from said I think he opened 3 booster boxes, which makes sense. And he kept all the foils and the legendaries, and I got all this stuff. Now let's see what we got in this baggie. We got warrior actions, nature's path pilgrimage. Got warrior action, stroke of foresight, driving blade, biting blade. Cool, very nice warrior cards. Excited to make decks out of all this stuff. I have a good amount of cards now, but this will just make it so I can like build and mix match whatever I want, and give me a lot of freedom to do that. Make some pauper decks. Whirling gust wave. Oh, so we've opened the center. I really want to make a ninja deck too. A head jab. Whelming Gustav. Oh, gust wave. Oh man, what am I drinking? Surging strike. Very nice, very nice. Ooh, rising knee thrust. I think we still are at the commons, so hopefully you put in some rares. I was told that I'd get at least 100 rares. No matter what, though, I am very happy with this purchase. Just getting a great amount of cards for that price is just it's just so nice. Like, I don't have to worry about opening booster boxes and seeing if I got a legendary, and if I didn't, then I basically wasted all my money. This is a nice safe way of getting a ton of cards to build decks without shelling out too much money. Let's see, we got warriors cards. Go a little faster now that I've named a lot. Warrior seems like a really good deck too to build. Just a lot of chip damage, but what I like too is they have a lot of defensive cards that are really good. And they're majestic Oh my gosh, their majestic cards are really good. Definitely think Warrior is a great class to pick. The only class that I haven't really liked is the Brute, but I've heard great things about the Brute. Just that the power is just really high on that class or that hero. And from the Brutes that I've played, they've done well. It's probably an even split, but from what I've heard from others, it's just a really good class that is hard to beat. Oh, nice. We got more warrior stuff. That is nice to see. Still commons. We don't have too much cards left, so hopefully we get those rares. Got more brute cards. Ooh, ninja. Surging strike, leg trap. All the good ones. Surging strike. Rising knee thrust. All these ones that you've seen. Head jab. Rising knee thrust. Wow, tons of ninja cards. Really liking this. Sweet. Gonna be hard to build a Guardian deck, though. I guess we'll see what's coming. Oh, hey, look at this. Snatch. Okay, we got some rares, guys. Rares have entered the building. I'll probably keep rares separate, so that'll be good. And this is what I think is the reason I actually might get some value out of this collection. I mean, this stuff, not so much at the moment. I mean, this is kind of market value. The rares, on the other hand, definitely can see a lot of value coming from these cards in the future. So let's look at them a little slower. So we got Snatch. This is a pretty decent card for drawing. And what's nice is it has a 0 cost to play, so you can quickly attack and then draw. And it's good for what is it? Combos, it seems. Like if you can do the go again ability. So that's cool. We got a brute action, Savage Feast. Oh, I might have gotten Savage Feast and put it in there already, but oh well. Breakneck Battery, another brute action. Savage Feast, Breakneck Battery. Wow. Definitely have a brute deck coming my way. Another brute card. Barraging Beatdown. Disable. Finally, some Guardian stuff. Look at that. And this is what I really like. Yeah, the crush mechanic. If disable hits and does 4 or more damage to a hero, put a card from their arsenal on the bottom of the owner's deck. I think that's really good. Like, because it makes them want to defend with more so that they don't lose the card in the arsenal. And in doing so, they lose more cards. So it's very nice. Ooh, another Blessing of Deliverance Guardian card. Very nice heal card. Another Disable. So good amount of Guardian cards. Not so much in the common department. Ooh, Staunch Response. I really like this Guardian card for defending. Cool. Very happy with it. I don't know if that's 100, but it's a good amount. Happy with that stack. I definitely know I saw some rares in earlier in this opening that I misput as commons, but I will go over that later. Okay, guys. Oh, actually, second to last pack. Second to last pack we got here. Oh, and before, let me just put this in here too. After I open all these up, I plan to put it in one of these BCW boxes. I would definitely recommend this for card storage. Like I got this gigantic box that holds 5,000 cards, and it's just a really great product. I'm not affiliated with BCW. I mean, they're like the yeah, just want to let that you guys don't like, oh, Bronson's shelling out his crap again. Look at him trying to make money off these people who are just trying to look at some cards. But no, I mean they're the standard trading card box, but you can get them online. They're really nice. I just stack them up, so I have like 5 high, and it's a great way to store cards instead of in the random shoe boxes. So let's see what we got here. Second to last, baggy, the lunch baggy. We got some generic nimbleisms. Slogism, man. Slogism is a really cool card. I really like how um, it just adds a ton of attack. And I think that this is an amazing card in the Guardian deck because when you add it with his ability where you dominate and they can only block with one card, well, if you are attacking and you're adding 6 attack to a card, and then the attack that you're adding to has 7, so you have 13 attack, and they can only defend with one card. It just becomes a really great way for the Guardian to not only hit the opponent, but just rack up a ton of damage because the opponent just cannot defend with the cards that they have in hand. They can only defend with one. The only way that they can do it is if they have a card in their arsenal. That is the only way where they can play a defense card from hand and then play a defense reaction card from the arsenal to add more defense. But other than that, you can't play more than one card from your hand. So we got Raging Onslaught. I don't think we had any of these before. That's good. Browsing Brawnhide. Lots of those. Like the generic actions though. Wounded Bull. And one thing I've heard too, I haven't looked at any unlimited cards for Welcome to Wrath, but you can see that this has a pink strip, and in the unlimited version that's going to be pure red instead of pink. Very interesting. Which is good. The pink is kind of weird in my opinion, but hey, it's all good. I'm very happy though because it gives it a distinct nature. Because what I'm worried about, oh, here's Wounded Blow again. What I'm worried about is the unlimited version. From what I've heard, the only difference between the alpha cards and unlimited is this little thing at the bottom is going to have, instead of that C there, it's going to have like a different symbol for the common slot. So that kind of worries me because if there's not much difference, people won't really care that that they're getting an alpha card or anything else. But if you see, oh well, this one has the pink border on the top, I could definitely see them as thinking, okay, well, there's more quite of a difference from nothing. So just my take. Take it or leave it. Okay, guys, we got the last pack of this opening. Got Stonewall Confidence. Oh, sweet. Guardian Actions. Loving this. Cartilage Crush. Crushing Confidence. Emerging Power. All the staples. Debilitate. Buckling Blow. Emerging Power. Lots of duplicates, but I'm totally cool with that. Debilitate. Stonewall Confidence. Cool. So that's it. And this was really nice to have because look at this. It almost all evens out. I think the most that I got was Ninja, just barely with the Warrior. Brute lagged behind in the end. But he has the same amount as the Ninja, just not as much as the Guardian. But the Guardian has a ton of rares. So I wonder if they do that in packs where they know that if there are more rares, then there's less commons of something. That'd be very interesting to see. And look at this stack of generics. Wow. Another thing that this video is good for before I end it off is this is what you can expect to see other than Majestics and Legendaries from a booster box opening, or multiple. I think this was 3 box openings, and this is what you can kind of expect. You'll notice too that there aren't too many hero cards. That's interesting. And same with equipment, just not as much. Well, that wraps it up for this video. Thanks for watching. Yeah, just a nice, chill video. Uh, Thanks again, and have a good one.